Gravy, baby.
What's up, my little gravy biscuits and bitches and gravy babies and gravy ladles and brand spanking new episode of fucking Gravy Baby. We can make up our own song. We got no Drew today. No Drew, he's sick. Oh, poor baby. Make sure you guys DM him and tell him how sad you are that he's sick. Hopefully, we're hoping he doesn't get the whole family sick, but alas, when you're in a small unit like that, it's hard not to. It's not hard not to spread your germs when you're like that close, that tight.
Yeah, man. That's why you need the 5-day work, like be out of that they just said we can't have anymore. That I'm not gonna get crazy about, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense to get crazy about it because it doesn't make sense. That's always the part of it to me when it doesn't make any sense. Once you get to the point where you're like, fucking, okay, well, that defies logic. Now you're just being a bad liar. So is the thing you told me before bullshit, or is the thing you tell me now? But I mean, we went through fucking years of that. So like, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, for sure. And it like only affects like the poorest community. Like that type of policy, like it is truly class violence, man, because it only affects the motherfuckers that are gonna have to. I hate the world. Anyway, how are you? We just came in, kicked the door down, and said, "Yo, motherfucker,
fuck this." Yeah. So, anyways,
no, you're right.
Drew's not here. Welcome to another classic ADHD episode with just DJ and I. We will be jumping around. There will be a lot of different emotions rapidly changing. So keep up, motherfuckers. There is always such a very big, drastic difference when it's just the two of us than when Drew's here. Producer Mark was just like, yes, there is. I know. Or when it's just the two of you. Man, when it was just the two of you, you guys really put white feminism to task, huh?
Hey, dude, I don't know anything about it. That's it. Hey, there we're here. I don't know. That was Drew. That was Drew. Hey, y'all. I don't know anything about Barbie movie. I'm not gonna. It's not like I'm not. It's just not my thing. I'm not gonna.
No,
I'm not
sure. No, I get it. It was just also now there's just so many dudes that are underneath in the comments like, finally a man says. I'm like, oh, you're missing the bigger thing. But oh no, oh no. Drew seems to forget that sometimes people are dumb and still have access to the internet, and so they don't get nuance and they don't get
Well, it's so funny you brought that up because I saw a couple real slop heads, a lot of slop brain and a little slot.
Can we make that a slur? Oh my god, that's better because I said, can we make that a slur? A slop head? I love that.
No, slop head.
That's so good. We should definitely keep that. Because I mean, that's the whole thing is if we're going to call our friends stupid, we just have to keep changing the word. That doesn't have anything to do with anyone who's actually has a disability. And slophead is I'm talking about fucking shit for brains, Slophead. Had all of the opportunities to learn, but just no, that fucking guy. Goddamn slopheads, dude, not using their fucking brains. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. See, they just sometimes they don't understand the nuance because it's a bigger thing. I was in a coffee shop earlier, and there was here's my thing. I love an opinionated person, big fan. But here's the thing: is I don't think you need to trap people in your discourse in a social situation. Like, for instance, here, everybody's still talking about Israel to Palestine. And I get it. And it's something that needs to be discussed. And especially here, because it's like, there's so many people like being disingenuous, blah, 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 all of that, right? About the issue and not being honest and just not saying anything, all of that shit. But these two people started going at it in line of the coffee shop. And it started just because the woman commented on the guy bringing his dog into the coffee shop. And then it spiraled into fucking, he was like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I'm not like into genocide in Palestine. And all I'm just looking at the baristas and they're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I just clocked in, you know, like I'm just like, I don't want to be in the fucking middle of this, you know? Whereas that was like the only part of us not talking about politics in a social setting where I think is correct is because the dude and the chick working behind the counter, they didn't ask for this. They just want to make you your fucking latte, lady.
Just assaulted.
Yeah.
Just assaulted. Just, why would you?
Listen, some people like drama and some people like quiet when they're at work, you know? And if you work at a quiet little coffee shop, they're definitely not looking for a fucking impromptu Bill Maher episode to show up in the middle of them. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of here. Nobody cares about your hot take.
Yeah, dude.
My whole thing is if you can't even spell Palestine right, I don't care about the emotions that you regurgitated from a thing you saw online. It's just
Yeah, totally.
Just please, the work, it's all I care about anymore is the people working. Because then afterwards, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And they're like, yeah, what the fuck was that?
Do they get a lot of that, I wonder? I wonder if people are getting a lot of that out there.
I don't know. I haven't seen. Yeah. Producer Mark says that it's what? Wow. They had to close a Starbucks, and you know how much Starbucks loves their money. They had to close a Starbucks in West Hollywood because there was so many fights. So, wow. Which actually, you know, wow. That's crazy. So yes, DJ. Yes, I don't really fuck with West Hollywood like that, but goddamn. Well, my whole thing is like, what is us?
We're not good.
You know, we're not well.
No, we're not well at all.
This is the signs of the cracks are starting to show, I think, is what's happening.
For sure, dude. For sure, dude. Yeah, man.
My whole thing is like, who are you really talking to? Who are you really talking to? And also, what is this discourse supposed to resolve? Like, if you're at a Starbucks in West Hollywood, who's gonna fix that?
Dude, at no point in time do I have no desire to really talk to anybody. I mean, maybe people who are on the same wavelength when you're just being sympathetic or something like that.
Yeah.
But like to go out and like even online, dude, I've like had to really like be like, because it always goes into like a certain place where you find yourself like comparing that like the worst people in history to try to take a side. Like, who's worse, Putin or fucking Netanyahu? It's like, where are we damned to choose?
Why?
Like, where are we? You're like, who? What are you doing? Like, all these people are bad. Like Biden, Trump, fucking Netanyahu, fucking goddamn, all of them bad. But like, now we're sitting here arguing about who's the best war criminal or who's the most moral of the fucking.
We don't have to rank everything.
We're sick. Huh?
I feel like we don't have to rank everything. The best and worst,
or take a side or anything on issues like that. You ain't gotta have,
especially if you don't even understand it.
You ain't gotta have one.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And listen, that's not to say it's like personally, like I do have a stake. I'm actually anti-genocide personally.
Totally. Yes.
But at the same time,
weird tag.
I'm not prolific enough, or like I'm not well educated enough to be trying to be massively convince like large groups of people. You know what I mean? I got an art degree, dude. Yes. I'm staying in my lane. What happened to that? What happened to people being able to stay in their fucking lane? I'm just like, it all started when they started asking. I think it's because of Twitter. It's because of Twitter. What? Blogging. Well, yeah, when blogging started, I mean, yeah, that's the genesis of it. When blogging started becoming actual journalism, and when we started listening to people who weren't there, who weren't documenting what was actually happening. Once we started shitting on actual journalism and just started anybody with an opinion, once they started putting people's tweets on the news and shit like that, it's just like, okay, well now you're taking credibility away from anybody who read about this, who's lived there, who has any kind of fucking actual stake in what's going on. I'm sorry. I'm so ranty today. I do apologize.
No, it's good. No, you're hitting for me. I'm right here beside you. Yes, let's burn it down, Carmen. Let's burn it down. Like we are helicopter homies. We like our like we can fucking do it.
Dude, and when shit gets real bad, I'm gonna find a fucking helicopter and we're gonna helicopter the fuck out of here, dude.
Dude, hey, I was thinking about that, by the way. I think about it
all the time. I think about it all the time. Helicopters are wasted on the rich. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve that kind of I'm gonna die joy. Oh. Yeah. Dude. Okay, tell me what you were thinking about it the other day. What were you thinking about? What part of it were you thinking about?
Well, I just think about it, and then every time I see a helicopter or something that I associated with it, I'm like, man, it's so fucking rad. It's like one of those things. It's like, it'll always be like that too. It won't ever matter. You know what I'm saying? Like that little random moment in time. You know what I'm saying?
That was our planets aligned.
That little bubble, huh?
That was like our planets aligned. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, it's so rad, so perfect. Yeah. There is a lot of bad in the world, but like little moments like that, dude, where you just like somehow captured, this moment. You know what I'm saying? It's just super special for so many different reasons.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and that's
I'm glad we share that. Oh, Carmen, I love you. I love you
too. Helicopter homies forever. That's our Patreon. We do another podcast for all our neurodivergent listeners on the Patreon. People who can dolphin with us. You guys, helicopter homies.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Mark? I'm sorry. I know. Drew, Mark said Drew's going to be so mad when he hears this episode again. He does hate that he wasn't there. He hates it so much.
Yeah.
But yes.
Well, we did. Yeah.
But yes. We didn't what? What were you going to say? Don't leave it.
Oh, we didn't have babies. We were free to get helicopters. That's it.
Yeah, we don't have a baby giggling in our ear regularly, so we get fucking regular ass dopamine all the time.
Yeah, right.
Not having to fill the whole, making large groups of people laugh. You just got to make one tiny little one laugh.
God, it's got to be something, right? That's got to be so special.
It really is. I would never do my job again if you could harness a fucking baby laugh that you invoked and like put it in a jar and be able to just fucking, oh, dude.
It's like some evil witch shit. That sounds like some evil witch.
If I could make a baby laugh on a regular basis, I wouldn't have to fucking
capturing baby laughter and putting it in a jar. your little cauldron, your little cave.
Boiled. Whatever the thing is.
Bottled baby's laughter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no! For what? Your joy is really upsetting me, DJ.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, and that's the whole thing so that's what my job has become is because so many people are either just genuinely sad or being forced to like deal with other people's so that's why I'm always there. My whole bit, then my whole goal was to make the barista smile / laugh at all, which I succeed because then it's like, okay, well, at least I'm doing my job, which is like genuinely when the precipice of it is to bring people joy. It's not just to me. That's right. It's not just the people that paid for a ticket.
Man, but it's like I feel like that way everywhere. Like we were just talking about that Starbucks barista. Like when I'm in fucking line, if I'm seeing somebody up there struggling, okay, I'm going on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
can I help this situation with a smile or a laughter, or just let you know, like,
I
this is
see you.
cool. You
I
know,
see you.
yeah, I see you. Y'all
I
doing
see
it.
you.
Y'all
We're in
back
this
there doing
together.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever it is. Like, just clock in. There's moments where you just clock in
Just
like
clock
that, and you're
in.
just like,
Yes.
I have this talent that is a thing that is people find charming, I guess, and I make people laugh. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the whole
And I feel like
yeah.
there's a difference between that and like, you know how I'm certain you've seen this, how dudes always like to insert themselves like especially it's usually like a dude to a lady where it's just like, "Oh, she needs me." Like I definitely don't mean it like that.
Right.
And I mean, granted, I got high tea. Maybe there's some of that. Maybe it's like, "Baby, I got you." Maybe it is a
Nah,
damsel in distress to me in a way. But I don't think
maybe
so. I think it's really more of a
not.
human
Yeah,
thing where it's like, oh,
it totally is.
everyone is
And
bumming you
also,
out around you. Let me not
right.
also be a bummer.
Yes, yeah. Let me help. Yeah, I know you're. Yeah, right. No, you're 100% right. And I think what comics have and what we have as comics, and probably just as empathetic people, which helps comedy because
Hmm.
not like all comics have this, but
No.
like having the ability to read the room. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
am I going to make this situation way worse? Is this lady going to be able to, or this individual going to be able to deal with my shit when I approach the counter?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or am I just gonna go up here and like they don't want to fuck it? They just done.
They're
And
not there. Well, so that's what you just pitch it, and if they don't want, because that's the thing.
that's
Sometimes
exactly.
people want to
Yeah,
live
yeah,
in the
yeah.
misery right
That's
now.
what
They
it is.
want to be mad.
That's
They're mad
it.
at something
Yeah,
else, and they want to place it on something else. So it's it is reading the room. So it's just like I just put it out there. If it's not received, that's what, and I don't take it personally because again, emotions are they're real, but they're not reality. So this ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't got nothing to do
yeah,
with
for
me, and I
sure,
know that.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, dude, I have a relationship with that. Like, not like a relationship, but like every there's a like what the time that I go to the store because I'm usually like out in the mornings.
Hmm.
So like I usually get into like the store around 6 o'clock in the morning. So there's always the same cashiers there.
Hmm.
So I always have the same cashier. So I always make an effort to like, hey,
Hmm.
this is who I am. Like, this is
Yeah.
what I do. I'm at the Dollar General, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? I want to be a bright spot in your day. You know what I'm saying? You see me,
Yes.
hey, da, 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 da,
Well,
da,
you've
da,
just
da,
heard
da, da.
so many people, so many workers have talked about that where it's like if I remember it's just so many servers that I knew like when I would talk to like at the club at comedy clubs and stuff like that is like if you're cool and you leave me less money than somebody who's a fucking nightmare that leaves me more money, I'd rather take the less money and you not fucking ruin my day. And
Oh,
depending on how,
100.
you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And listen, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that you should tip fat. I mean, that's the other thing too is you got to tip fat. To everybody's broke now because
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
they're
yeah,
squeezing us
yeah.
on both ends. So tip fat if you can. Tip fat.
Yeah.
Tip fat. That's my
You
whole thing
got
is
to
don't
if
go
you
out if you
can.
can't tip
If
fat.
you can't, if you got to, you can't. I mean, if you can, you got to. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, if
Yes.
you got it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel bad if I don't have it. Like, it's not like it's something that I like crucify
Right.
myself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like, definitely, if I do have it at the moment, oh, would I think about breaking a motherfucker off for anything? If I just went in there and got down, you know what I'm saying, picked up the fucking meal and fucking stuff and did, I don't
Mhm.
give a fuck, Brad.
It was always that was always ultimately why I wanted money. Was like do you remember the scene in Goodfellas when you're introduced to Robert De Niro? And he comes in, there's a party, it's a bar, they're gambling. He comes in and he works the whole fucking room. He goes to this guy, and this guy gets a 20 in his pocket, and this fucking this guy gets cash. Everybody's getting palmed something. That was always why I wanted money. I wanted to be able to go into a room and fucking just dole out cash because everybody fucking loves a little cash. Who doesn't love a little cash?
Dude, it's the best. It's the best gift ever. It's really just being a giving person. Like, I want to be Santa Claus.
Yes.
Basically, what I want to do, I want to be. I want to walk into a room. I want to go, hey, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
also like be dependable and like all that stuff. But also like people also do. You recognize, you know, people. It means a lot to some. It's like, especially at this age now, you know, people ask you, well, what do you want for Christmas? It's like, dude, I'm fucking 40.
Yeah.
I pay my fucking light
Yeah,
bill, dude.
please. Cold hard cash.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's it. It means a lot more. It means a lot more.
Well, that's why I was like, especially if that's why I always think rich people do it wrong. Like they'll go to a charity event, spend $10,000 on a plate, to contribute to this, their buddy's fucking nonprofit organization that's really only giving like 2%, but to the actual cause. But do you ever give somebody $100 bill at 1:30 in the morning at a McDonald's? You will change that motherfucker's life. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I dropped the fries fresh for you. What? Here's a Cino.
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
You would have thought I came with those big ass fucking the checks, the big fee. You don't even have to be rich to fucking make somebody yell like it's Publishers Clearinghouse. Fuck.
Yes. Yes, you are speaking the truth. That's the language of the street, though. I think that's the language of the I don't know what to say. The common folks. What do they call them? What are the commies? The proletariat is what the commies call them.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is it turns into what is it? No, I don't know what it would be. But that's the whole it makes me feel good to make people feel good. I mean, that's why I do stand up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, man. It feels great to make people feel like, dude, that's it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The history. I mean, I don't know, man.
But there's the other side of it. I think that I'm not blind to the idea that sometimes people will do things just to make themselves feel good. Like I get that. Then that's the narcissistic side of it, where you'll especially like in Hollywood, you'll see like these big, like a really rich actor being like, oh, but this is the cause. And it's just so they can, write off a bunch of stuff, like all of that shit. But there's nothing better than you taking something that you earned and going, you need this, and giving it to somebody, especially that you don't. I mean, even if you know them, it's even better, because then it's genuinely like the moment doesn't go away from when you just the exchange happens. So
man, it's crazy. Yeah, man, and mutual aid. That's it's beautiful.
It's back to the bar. Let's fucking start bartering again, bro. Can we go back to the barter?
Dude, I was just about to bring this up. So I was watching this documentary about Venezuela, right? Because they're in this inflation's like 115%, right?
Jesus.
So like a can of beans is like, I don't know, $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot. It's a lot. It's an unreasonable amount. The money's crazy. And they're trying to trade that you could buy in dollars, but they're trying to get rid of that. Anyways, the barter system is huge. And they were like doing the documentary was about the bartering system.
Oh shit.
God damn, I can't remember the name about it. I wish I remember the name.
Where was it? Was it on which thing was it on? So we could at least try to find it.
Random YouTube. I'm sure if you were like Venezuelan inflation, I'm sure like Al Jazeera and Channel 4 and like Democracy Now and all them motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. It's one of those like issues. Anyway, so yeah, man, the bartering system, they were showing how the bartering system works down there, and it was fucking crazy.
Like, was it working or no? Was it good?
Yes, it was working great. Like, these motherfuckers are like, I'm not saying that they're up there. They're fine. They've got everything that they need in the way that they communicate through all of Venezuela now. This is like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So after I start my new website, exposethetruth.com, where I expose the truth about Tower 7, Building 7. No, I don't know how to get into that. I probably should have said that. Is it before? No, sorry. What was I saying?
We were talking about Venezuela, the barter system. What does this got to do with the website?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to sell my DVDs, right? I'm going to sell my DVDs about the truth about how Navalny was actually killed by the Moderna vaccine. Actually, it was sudden death syndrome. The first time a motherfucker's died of sudden death, by the way, that I know of, that's been seen on a camera. Like I've never seen it. Sudden death?
I thought that was only in like cartoons. Remember, like in Looney Tunes, when there would be like
It's
a symptom of whatever something was drink
it's
with
a
the
real
X's.
life symptom.
Yeah.
It's a for sure symptom for real of a lot of stuff. A lot of also you get taint rot with a lot of stuff. Sometimes your perennial
Taint
isn't that
rot?
what that's called? Yeah, the perennial. There's like diabetic medications that specifically rot your taint out.
Rot your taint?
Also,
Wait. What do
yeah,
you mean rot it out? Like
I
it
don't
just
know.
what
That's
happens
on
to
the
it?
commercial. Let your imagination run wild.
I remember.
It doesn't sound good.
No. Yeah, taint rot. No, I mean no. Those are two words I never thought would. I remember like crotch rot, which was like that was when I was. My uncle used to like own a plumbing company, and when I was younger, I always used to hang out after school. I would hang out in the office, and there was a plumber there named Ray that everybody made fun of because he walked kind of like bow-legged. And I found out it was because he had rot. I mean, they just called it crotch rot. I don't know what it was, but it was like his. He just never showered. He never showered, so his like.
His dick fell off, dude.
His dick didn't fall off, but it was
Oh,
it was like
God damn.
it was
You
like
had me on pins and needles.
sorry, it was like yeah, I don't know, but it was like he couldn't even like nothing could touch it. Was everything was like raw. Like it was like that. So it was but it was just from him like not he would work on a construction site for 12 hours and then not shower, wear the same clothes, wear everything until somebody yelled at him to shower. And so his skin just kind of it was just bad. So I don't know if that is the same, but that's why I was trying to understand like what happens with the taint
I
rot.
imagine I imagine what old buddy had was probably some sort of fungus
Yeah, that
that's
makes
going on
sense. Mm-hmm.
in his
Like athlete's foot, but on his nuts or
yeah,
something.
but on his wiener.
Nutlete's foot.
Well, yeah, nut, yeah, in that area.
Athlete's nut. There you go. Sorry, I had to get the right name right. Athlete's nut. Nobody wants athlete's nut. Fast acting to
Nobody
acting.
wants
Now for
athlete's
nuts. But yeah, I think when things crash here, the barter system will make sense. It'll definitely put a stop to all the hustle culture because then it'll just be like what you can. And all these homesteading kids, there's like so many people in our generation. Ever since I sent you like one video on homesteading, and my shit has been flooded. My shit has been flooded with people who bought a house in rural Kentucky and are like, I have chickens and goats, and this is how I'm doing it. And I mean, at the end of the day, I love it because it's one less house that Big Rock is going to own because they're really trying to buy all of them. If you have a home, please do not sell it. Somebody is going to give you way too much money for it. Please, for the love of keeping America, don't sell it to them. Only sell to like an individual if you have to. I get it. There's exceptions, blah, 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 but please try not to sell to Big Rock. And because now they have like a few like shell companies to try to make it look like it's not just them. But if you look it up, fucking Big Rock, dude. Big Rock's behind all of it. BlackRock. God damn it.
Yeah, BlackRock. Yeah,
BlackRock.
yeah. No, I knew what you meant.
Yeah. But for everybody listening, BlackRock is what I'm talking about.
Sorry. I was zoned in. It was just me and you there.
It was just us.
But yeah,
Sometimes we
no,
forget
you're right.
about
You're right.
y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, well then because I think about the barter system, then it's like, what do you contribute? Like when I try to think about like back before we were this much of a civilization, and I think like it would still just be for morale. I think you'd keep me around for morale. I'm helpful. I'll do a thing. Like I'm good at tasks, but it's also.
I'm sure a lot of it's like that. Like one day you're just good at tasks, you're just helping around.
Mhm.
Just helping around the commune, and the next thing you know, you're like, "Oh shit, man! I can fucking weave the fuck out of a basket. Like I can goddamn holy fucking shit! I didn't even know this shit, right? Next thing you know, you're making quilts and fucking goddamn knitting and goddamn whatever.
I wonder if it'll be like how you lie, like to get into once things go bad and we're all just living in small communes. I
Yeah.
wonder if it's like a lie on your application situation where you're like, oh yeah, I know how to garden. Oh yeah, I know how to do this, and then you get there and you're just doing whatever the person next to you is. Like, is this how you knit?
Man, I haven't used these ones before.
Yeah,
Where do y'all get these?
these wild.
Oh boy, these are so. Yeah, we don't use ones like this. Where I'm from.
Oh, you guys plant them in the soil, in the ground. Oh,
Yeah,
I had them in pots.
Yeah,
I think
no
that's
idea.
different.
Yeah, dude. Thinking about humans, like humans that are today's humans in that situation, is just
It's
a
hilarious
lot
to
of
me.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
especially
it
when
was-
people talk about like time travel and stuff like that, like them being able to go back in time. And I was like, I don't think you would exist long enough to execute whatever plan it is that you had. Like, what's the hacky
Right.
one where you go back in time to kill Hitler or whatever? That one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right. You would look,
Yeah.
first of all, you would look so strange if you went to Nazi Germany. You would stick out like a sore thumb in your fucking Jordans and your whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna kill
Yeah.
you just on how weird you look. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. Yeah, you'll be in prison so fast. Like, I don't believe it. Unless you also are bringing a whole bunch of like weapons with you. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah. Also, it's you know, I feel like a lot of times when we think about stuff like that, like if you were presented with like, okay, now we only have one. Like, I don't know if I would kill. I'd be like, why would anybody ask me that? Like, if there's a time machine and you want Hitler dead, you get in it, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like especially like you know what I'm saying? Like, we're already here. Like, he's a bad.
Well, my whole thing is, why do we have to wait till Hitler's born? You know, why can't?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like, and we only have one
you
tribe.
should
And
just
that's
have
like,
good women's health care, and then he would have never been born anyways.
man, there's so much
abort
to say
Hitler,
about
don't
that.
kill him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have done the
Yeah.
hand thing. I didn't mean it like that. I did this. I didn't do the okay. But I was like, I meant it like, yeah, not like, you know.
Man,
Yes.
you know what? Something like that, though, man, it's like I'd be so scared that you do something like that, then you come back and you're like, oh, it was like Goering, or it was like the next dude down, or
Oh yeah.
whoever, or it was Stalin.
Yeah,
did
Stalin.
it, or
Yeah,
fucking,
it's just
or like,
genocide by a
so-
different dude.
yeah, it's just a different dude. You like just every time then you kill that dude, and it's another fucking dude. It's just like, god damn, there's so many. There's
Man.
how like I mean, yes, I'm not gonna say it's like historically as like
Humans just love genocide. We can't get away from
Yeah,
it. It
dude.
doesn't matter how many
Yeah.
of the leaders we kill.
Yeah.
We just love
Yeah.
it. It's wild.
Yeah, we just love it, man. They love it. And people are like, oh, no, man. It's just like, religions are crazy. It's like, it's not just religions.
Mm-mm.
Again, Hitler, he didn't have no fucking, that motherfucker didn't,
Mm-mm.
like, and also, like, man, I'm like, dude, this motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah.
Religion ain't got nothing. Motherfuckers are psychos. They say
No,
they have
people like to
religion.
hide behind religion to hide their
Right,
psychoness
that's
and
a
be like,
common way to do it.
but
Yeah.
it's for God. I mean, even the fucking Crusades, even my history, the fucking
Yeah.
Crusades, where we're like, Christian or death, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
it was
And
like,
that
I think
totally
you want to
happened
kill those
because,
people
like,
anyways. I think you really want to kill those people.
They do. And imagine being a knight at that time, and that was your job. Then your job was literally just to find a bunch of motherfuckers and fucking slaughter and fight and land to take. Like, that was basically your fucking job.
Oof.
Like,
What a rough day clocking in, right? I just imagine.
man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But, like, of course, at some point in time, you're going to run out of motherfuckers to fucking kill. So you're just like, well, fuck, now all of us are the same
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Who do we kill now? Oh, that motherfucker's different. Kill that sumbitch. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing is the fear of unknown and fear of I guess fear of diversity, really. It doesn't, it's weird to be scared of things that are different because there's so many different things here. So that's always the logic, the illogical part of it, because I try to understand, even if I don't agree with something, I try to like wrap my head around it, and it's like
Sure.
there's so many different
radical
things
empathy. Yeah,
already. There's so many different
for
things
sure.
already. Why would you be particular about one particular thing that's different? Like that's always the part
Right.
that I don't get. And I get the God angle. I get because God said, I understand that. I mean, it's fucking stupid. I don't agree with it. But
It's the dumbest fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's the fucking dumbest thing. But no, it's not the dumbest thing. I mean, but it's up there. They're all dumb. It's all dumb. The other one was dumb too. They're both dumb. Everything. It's all dumb. Once again, here we are. We're fucking saying, "Ooh, this is the worst." And like again, it's like I'm guilty of it too. Like I'm just like things are so bad. We've run out of good stuff to like measure. I guess that's just
now we have to measure how bad things are. Well, they don't really want us to have, like, that's the whole thing. They don't want us to have joy. They want us to just be okay. I mean, that's like, I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but that's part of my issue with a lot of the antidepressants and stuff like that they have, where it's like it gets people to just be gray or numb or, you know, and depending on, and granted, I'm not disparaging all of the great things that antidepressants has provided for people, et cetera, et cetera. But I do feel like they're really quick to prescribe it. And a lot of people I know that on them are like, I don't feel really good. I don't feel really bad. I don't feel anything. It's like a lot of that. So I feel like part of it is that. And then part of it is like they're taking away all of our little joys that we could afford going to concerts. Now you have to be rich to go to a fucking concert, like all of that shit. And they're also abolishing our archetype, the indie people, the people who were like it. And I think it's because all the counterculture from the 90s, we stayed by it. All the fucking anti-capitalist, all of those things, unlike the Gen Xers, which you've seen a lot of them, they all converted. A lot of them converted, and now they're mad at us for not converting. So it's just wild that you're like, oh no, I'm sorry, I believed Rage Against the Machine. I'm living my life that way.
Yeah.
And now
still listen to it. Know every word. Like, yeah, dude. Like, yeah.
I'm still against y'all. And not only that, but you guys got bad at lying to us. So now it's like, okay, well, I'm definitely not going to play into this when you guys aren't even trying to do your part.
No shit. Like, also, if you didn't want me to be fucking crazy, maybe you should have filled my blood full of fucking microplastics. You motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I give a fuck about your mama, asshole.
I mean, that's the other thing too. I mean, I truly believe the reason why I have a hormone imbalance is because of all this shit food I ate when I was a child.
The shit that we got. Come all of us.
Kids Cuisine, get the fuck out of here. You remember Kids Cuisine, Mark? Where it was basically plastic.
Kids Cuisine, yes.
It was basically that macaroni and cheese. There's no doubt in my mind there was not. It was made of plastic. And then not only that, I'm heating plastic up in the microwave and then eating the plastic. What? Yeah, it was like a weird blue tray, and then you'd have macaroni and cheese. And then a brownie and corn. Even there's no nutrition.
And the brownie had to have a corn in it.
Yeah.
You had to have that one little corn in your brownie, that one little sweet kernel, right? Weird bite.
It was like a sad, poor child onion ring in your French fries.
Oh, man. Oh, they had a hot dog.
Oh,
what all they had?
It was so
spaghetti.
Gross. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. It was terrible.
It was so bad. But I swear that's what I believe it. I believe it to this day. I believe it.
Oh, certainly. Oh, all it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're
that's like the new bit I've been trying to work on is like, I don't even want to be rich. I just want to get to the point where I can afford food that doesn't have plastic in it. Like, I don't know what tax bracket that is, but that's all I'm trying to achieve.
It's either a tax bracket or like a total like survivalist.
Yeah. It's either I disengage from society altogether, or I make enough money, still try to do stand up, where I can confidently drink water. You know, like every gulp I believe is good for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Where is that? God.
Yeah. I tried to do that joke in San Francisco, and this woman goes, 2 million a year. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
God damn.
She was a millionaire, so I believed that that's what she genuinely thought. Yeah, you got to be a millionaire to live like you. How crazy is that?
Yeah. That's so stupid.
I
People are so stupid.
I know.
People are so dumb. People are
People
just
are
too.
so dumb.
Yeah. I think a lot of people at this point, just like I think the amount the chickens have come home to roost, as they say. And I think a lot of people are having a lot of time grasping with like the reality of like, you know, it's at some point in time we're all gonna be real poor again.
Yeah.
So
Well, for sure, because the rich people are just collecting the money. They're not. There's no trickle. There's no trickle, as they love to keep bringing up. There's no trickle in the trickle down economics, and now they can't even lie about it because we can literally see it. We can see where the money goes. Oh, you guys have it all. You didn't even. There's no trickling. Where's the
and
goddamn
give it to
rain,
other
bitch?
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And give it to everybody else. Yeah. It's wild.
Anyways, tell me something good. I feel like we've hopefully we haven't bummed anybody out too much.
Nah, I think we're good.
What what's good on the farm? Have you guys started building the shed for Nessie?
We're definitely it's working with pallets is not an exact science. And say that like to get it level and to like they make them they're just they're not all the same length. They're not
No,
all
they're
you know
just
what I
thrown
mean? Like
together.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
For
right.
whatever size, whatever product it is that we're moving around this warehouse, that's what they make them
Yeah,
for. So yeah, it's kind of like you're collaging together a barn, which is pretty rad.
yeah,
Pretty rad.
yeah,
But
yeah. Yeah, but we didn't foresee like a lot of different stuff. So
mhm.
a lot of different problems we were gonna have, such as that. So it's kind of like take everything. So we started building stuff. We had to build it back down. So it's like the learning process. It's the learning process.
Absolutely. Well, not
Yeah,
only that, but it's also been cold as fuck there. It's hard to build a barn when you can't
it
feel
really
your
hasn't though.
fingers.
No,
Yeah.
it hasn't.
Huh?
It hasn't. It was cold a few days,
Mhm.
but like we've been out in it. We got our beds ready. We're
Ooh.
gonna put like a whole little thing out in the back area. So like when the goats and everything could be up here and Ness and Sydney and we're gonna get another dog and
Ooh.
everything will be on this end, but like then back there we'll just have all the garden stuff and then our little where you can sit.
Oh, nice. So you have a little lounge area, a little outdoor area. I love it.
Yeah, in the garden. That's the plan.
That's
But
nice.
it's like a whole fucking construction is gonna have to go
Yeah.
all the way in the so
Yeah.
we're trying to meet each other.
That's nice. Yeah, that's
So that's
wild
what's
that it's February and you're already not cold anymore. That is pretty crazy.
yeah, like there's flowers and shit. It's scary. It scares the shit out of me. Like it might get down to like 20, but like we've had very little. Now different places around here have gotten snow and stuff,
Mhm.
but here it's like we were all worried about it because last year it was fucking crazy. It got crazy and cold and shit popping
Mhm.
and busting and goddamn. That's almost spring, man. We ain't shit happen. Now, of course, I'm glad I was prepared. Of course, I'm glad we were prepared, but like, it is one of those moments where you're like, well, I'm just gonna do the same thing next year, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if that was too much, I feel comfortable with what we did,
Mhm.
and I know what we did. So
Yeah, I
even
feel
if
like
it,
once you know how to prepare for something, as I think as long as you
yeah,
don't rest on your
yeah,
laurels, you could still, yeah.
yeah. So that's just so yeah.
How many goats are you getting? Do you have an idea?
Man, okay, so we've been in talks about, I guess, like a couple of baby goats, 2
Mhm.
baby goats actually, and
2
not
babies.
getting. So there's going to be 3 babies. So
3
we were
babies.
going to get 9, but now she doesn't want to get rid of them, and we don't know if we necessarily want to get all 9 because, well, basically we just want to like build. Like once it all gets built and everything, then cows, donkeys,
Hmm.
chickens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't give monkeys, goddamn, no tiger. Not going down that road. I'll get a monkey, but I won't get a tiger. No, I wouldn't even get a monkey. I wouldn't get a monkey. But you know what I'm
I
saying?
totally think you should get a monkey.
No
I
way,
love
dude.
that. And you both throw your shit together. It's like a team building exercise that you do.
No way.
You just have an archer on that back ridge where the tree line is. You just have a long and then a bullseye on the end. You just try to train your monkey on be a turd torpedo. Phew, phew, phew.
Dude, that'd be so rad.
You're
That'd
throwing
be
axes
rad.
and he's throwing turds. Oh,
Ah,
I love it.
I'd be throwing turds too.
Yeah.
I would show him that's what it'll be time because, man, here's the 2 things that I've been watching a lot of like, there's a lot of like breakdowns, like
Mhm.
watching like like Army special agents like break down guerrilla warfare and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. But like all this video coming out of the Middle East. I don't know. You ever checked out electronic Intifada? It's very, very leftist, I gotta
Mhm.
say, but they do analysis of like, okay, well, here in this video, you see this at this time stamp, da, 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 and the guy triggers that, da, 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 da,
Mhm.
da, and and you break it down like that. And like, I don't think I could probably fire an RPG or anything, man, but goddamn, dude, if I got a fucking shit slinging monkey and a goddamn tater gun, I could tear this town apart.
I won't even need a no trespassing sign. It will
Hell
be
no,
known.
dude. Yeah, I won't be able to tell me nothing.
And then, I mean, the next level is when you get the monkey to learn how to shoot the potato gun. Now we're really talking
Oh
because I
yeah,
think it's
make him
totally
his little
possible.
potato gun.
Little baby
You got a little potato gun.
You got the russets. They got the fingerlings.
Yeah, you got a little fingerling. Yeah, that'd be so bad. Oh my god, I got my hawk out there. Be training hawks to like catch drones and shit. God damn, dude, that's man.
I love it.
Yeah, that's the future I see.
Oh, nice. Is there anything you feel good about?
All that right there. I mean, I feel great. I feel great. I mean, I feel good about like the world, but like
Right. You
I feel
personally.
great. It's great to talk to you. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm great.
I'm fine. I'm great. I'm wonderful.
Probably too good. I feel guilty sometimes.
Do you feel good? I mean, I think that's one of the perks of not participating, right?
Right.
Is you don't have to take it on as much because you're not in it. You're literally
Right.
able to disconnect from it, and
Right.
which is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, wonderful.
Truly.
Truly. Miraculous. No wonder.
Good for and that's the other thing too is I think that a lot of people that don't want to deal with it are doing it that way, and I think that's why there isn't really going to be a fight. Everybody keeps talking about World War III, about like us or like a civil war. I'm like, of what? Who's gonna fight?
Yeah.
Who's gonna fight? I don't see it. Like everybody just seems so apathetic that I don't think that
I'm not afraid.
there's I don't think people are gonna fight. I don't think they really want us. Nobody really wants a civil war. I think it's just gonna be this kind of class genocide is all it's gonna happen, where they're just
Sure.
gonna financially genocide
Sure.
us until
Yeah, then we'll be moved into the apartheid system. All the poor people will be living in fucking Amazon land, the occupied zone, the occupied area of the Amazon. Oh my God,
the
dude.
rainforest.
We
Oh
out there
no,
at
the
fucking
company.
John Deere labor camp, huh? Yeah. Fucking Jesus.
Yeah, man. I remember there was like a small town. I don't remember where the fuck was I? Where I was doing a gig and it was like from the last time I'd been there, it had been a few years, probably like 7 years. When I came in, Amazon had like bought land in that town, and it became it really did become the whole fucking town. Like it took over so much real estate. And then of course, so many people ended up working there. It's like they took the Walmart model where they would go into.
They did.
They literally.
Oh my
took
God!
the
Have you seen those Amazons in Mexico?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, dude!
Honestly, I didn't know they were operating outside of the U.S.
Man, hell yeah! Them motherfuckers probably goddamn on the moon. Goddamn shipping. Goddamn
I guess how do you become that successful of a business and only operate in one country? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, that was dumb of me, but yeah. No, I definitely haven't looked into it.
Truly, I mean, I don't know. It's like what? I don't know, man. It's bad, but it's bad. Yeah. Amazon takes over. They take over that. Yeah, they do. Just like BlackRock, I mean, BlackRock probably has some huge amount of shares in fucking cooperation with Amazon and buying this fucking realty companies.
I bet you, dude. I bet you that's what it's gonna happen. Is they're gonna end up buying up all these fucking single family homes, and then they're gonna just sell lots of them to fucking Amazon and shit. Fuck, dude. Fuck! It really is the end. Ha! Oh shit! Well, dude, in that regard, it feels silly that I still want to make people feel good when everything's falling apart.
That's the perfect thing. That's the perfect thing. Like, dude, I was about to say, like, I almost went like Drew had asked me if I wanted to like go out and do all stuff again, and like I was at the point in my head where I was like, no, I want to burn banks. What do you mean?
Why not both?
Well, yeah. No, right, exactly. But then I was thinking, like, man, this is like, especially the time he's talking about, be right before November, and I was like, yeah, man, I need to go take one more romp around and just have fun and talk shit to people and talk shit about
about burning it all down.
Yeah, for sure. When last rodeo?
I think that's the last bastion of people of it. Actually, the closest we're gonna get to it happening is us joking about it.
Sure, of course.
Truly, absolutely. Like that's what I truly think is. I think the closest we get to it. Because, I mean, for the most part, people are passive, except with the exception of the extremists. And obviously, we don't have enough of those. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We don't have enough extremists, especially not on our side, because so many of them are anti-gun, which is wild. Because then, I mean, if the shit does go down, then it will be a genocide for sure.
Yeah, and the left is like totally fucking just. There's no real leftist movement. There's no real. It doesn't.
It's too splintered. It was cannibalized. It was too cannibalized.
For sure.
But yeah. Whereas then you have these slop heads.
Then you have these slop heads.
Then you got these slop heads all horned up around. All horned up and full of explosives.
Horned up and slouchy. Horned up and slopping. My hair's sloppy.
Dude, I love a slop head. That's my favorite. That's a new slur. All races, all genders, anyone can be a fucking slop head.
Anyone can qualify.
Yep.
You too get qualified. Fucking slop headedness. Yeah, no, man. People just, it's crazy what but yeah, man, bringing joy to motherfuckers. That's rebellion. That's true rebellion in its finest form. If you ask DJ Lewis, laughing in the face.
When that's like, not to get too precious about it, but that's kind of my criticism. And I love to just put it on the algorithm, but I think it's a bigger them, as in the evil powers that be that we like to talk about. I think they don't want like really well thought out, crafted. They don't want anything. They want everything short. So it ends up being more quantity over quality. So a lot of times you can't get something that really connects to people as much because it's fucking 45 seconds. It's hard. You know what I mean? You can't have a solid first date in 30 minutes. You just can't.
Right.
There's just no
Yeah.
real connection. And I feel like they're
Yeah.
trying to take that away as well, like where they want everything to be short form content, and it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, then you can't really connect with anyone that way. So then it isolates people even more. They don't feel like you feel like you're more of an individual as part of a larger collective of people. You feel even more isolated, and I think that's like part of the thing that really fucks me, and part of the reason why I truly want and this is not just to self-serve, but I truly want people to go see live stand-up, is because that is where real connection still exists.
It does, truly.
Especially with comedians that aren't
And
just
they'll
trying to
be
fucking
happy
make money
you're
off
there.
you. Yeah.
Normally they'll be happy you're there.
It's always been like that.
And constructive criticism or like whatever. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily tell anybody what they're doing, but if you saw somebody you liked, definitely appreciate that. And if you go to one and it just I don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna walk through this.
I get it. But for the people listening, I get it. I know you're not just talking to me. I understand. But yeah, I'm certain you'll go to a stand-up show, but there are comedians that still genuinely want to make people feel good. And that's the other thing too, is I feel like that isn't wanted as much. Or I feel like, that's like where I'm struggling with it personally, is like I've been righteous in what my desire is and what my purpose is and all of that shit, and still trying to navigate through all of this selfishness of this, and like still trying to like do it for free, do it for people who don't have the money for it, do it, like constantly try to do it, and it's still, I don't know, man. I don't know if people really want, or people really do just want to want to buy it. They just want to buy crap, or they just want to hit the cocaine button like lab rats. I don't know. Like that's the part where I'm like,
well, it's a little bit of that. I already have what I want at home.
Yes.
So why, you know what I mean? They don't get the people who like live music also, I think, would understand and get more into live stand-up in their local scene and find their, like, what your local scene is or whatever that is, your local area. And probably have seen shows. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long. Anyway.
Yeah, there's so many options, but I just mean it's the live, that's where the art is the live performance.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And that's the connection. Because then after shows, I have people like, I haven't laughed like that in so long. This made me feel so good. I felt like such shit, and like all of those things. And it's just like, I want to keep putting it out there that it is good for you to go out and to laugh, to like, because they're making it so that it's not as easy. So it's like super duper important, and especially not when people are fucking Bruce Springsteening you into going to see stand-up shows and charging you obscene amounts of money.
Totally
There's plenty of good comedians you could go see for fucking $10 to $20, you know, and you'll feel better. And also, you're putting money into not another rich person's pocket. You're putting not another rich and famous person.
Another rich person who is probably treating their feature and their fucking
treating the other comedians like shit, or they don't care.
Yeah, especially if you that's what's so big about fucking Cat Williams coming out. I missed the conversation. I don't know if you guys already talked about this, and saying, no, I treat the comics that I take on the road with me very well. It's because a lot of these motherfuckers
were awful.
It's terrible. Like people you wouldn't fucking like. I've heard the worst. I mean, you probably heard, but the worst stories of people, and it's just like, oh my God, stealing jokes, like doing things like, oh, if I'm gonna use this joke, I'll pay you however much money if it hits. If not, you know what I'm saying, then I'll buy the joke from you and I'll be using it. But if it don't hit, I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah. So they just try it on for size. Like that shit is wild to me.
Yes, dude.
That shit is wild to me.
Yes. That shit is fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, dog. And then like going to playing theaters and like getting played like $100 a show. I mean, like cram.
Or making fucking $50,000 in a weekend and still paying your feature fucking $150 or $200.
Well, that's what I was saying. Yeah. The feature makes $150. The feature makes $100. Yeah, but this motherfucker made $50,000.
Yeah,
that's why it's such a big deal. What Cat? Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying is like the way that everything is going, the way that what people are buying are only those people. It's only something after they like nobody's taking a chance on something new anymore.
It sucks.
So please, that's what I'm encouraging. Please do it. Please do it.
Yeah, go out, man. Go see a ballet, motherfucker. What are you doing sitting at home listening to this shit?
No, that's not true. Still listen to us just on the way to the ballet.
I was just kidding. You know I love you. You all know I was just playing. Please come back.
Patreon.com/GravyBabyPod.
Yeah, but yeah, totally. Fucking go see a ballet. Going to see a live. Going to have an experience. It's definitely.
I stopped buying my parent for my parents. I don't buy them gifts anymore. I stopped buying them gifts probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I only buy them tickets to see something. I make them go see a thing. If it's a fucking local play, I bought him tickets to see my dad loved the Nutcracker when I was little, so I was like, oh shit, I'll fucking buy tickets to see the Nutcracker, the ballet, like shit like that. Go see an orchestra play. Go. These things still have value, and I want them to still exist. And if we don't go see them, they are all going to die. Then those videos just don't exist in your feed anymore. It's just yeah. So I don't know. I don't know why I felt the need to end this podcast with a call to action, but go see live shit if you can.
I guess it's like with comedy. We know personally that if you go see your local comedy show, that they want you there. They love to have you there, and you might find yourself in a place that that place might be going back all the time, dude. Knowing all the comics, how many times has that happened?
Oh yeah, there's definitely there's gems in all these little scenes. Like there's this guy David, in Colorado that literally goes to just as many comedy shows as he possibly can. And he goes, it's the best. He goes, I laugh more because he's an older gentleman. I think he's like in his 50s. He's like, I laugh more than my kids, than my fucking, than all of these. I laugh more than the average person does because I make it a point to go out and like enjoy myself. Like it becomes, that's the self-care. Self-care isn't buying shit. That's because that's the other thing too. They switched it to where now self-care just means you buy a bunch of shit. You buy a bunch of crap. That's self-care. Yeah. No, it's not.
You get
it's capitalism.
You get the face cream. You get the cotton sock. You get the.
No, those are all products. What you're not feeding is your soul. Feed your fucking soul. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I'm done yelling at you. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please join the Patreon, patreon.com/GravyBabyPod. Buddy, I love you.
I love you too. Thanks for making me laugh.
Anytime. You know what? Thank you for making me laugh. We hope you made you laugh. We love you though. And we'll see you next week. Bye. Yeah.
You could stick a whole ribeye in one of your back pockets. Like